Driver Radio fans, Richard Rush here today with Walt McLean behind the camera. And today we're going to take a look at the 2018 Honda Fit. And this is actually a new trim level for this year. This is the Sport trim level, which was introduced for 2018, of course. It's kind of the mid-tier, they're going to call it. Also new for 2018, more safety technology package, driver's aid, and also Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are now optional depending on the infotainment system that you get. With that being said, Walt, let's go on a quick round, give everyone a walk around of this extremely versatile vehicle. So we'll just kind of leave it at that. As we do come around here to the front, you'll see it. The Sport trim level is going to give you a few different extra options as far as the LX. I'm going to give you those, then what's on the LX. You're going to get some sporty new styling headlights, as you can see up here. As you come around to the side, you'll see the 16-inch alloy wheels, fog lights, leather-wrapped steering wheel. You also get the 7-inch touchscreen, which gives you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and you also get the 6-speaker sound system. The base LX on this model actually consists of 15-inch wheels, a rear-view camera, remote entry, air conditioning, cruise control, driver seat height adjustment, the 5-inch display, and the 4-speaker system, and also the 60/40 magic seat. Roll the window down. It was, believe it or not, we had snow yesterday, and it's kind of warm this morning. We'll open all the way, the door all the way here. That's one nice thing about it. It's got a nice entry opening for such a small vehicle. Nice door opening as well. It gets almost 90 degrees. And again, as you come into the interior, not a whole lot of frills on this vehicle. And some of you are going to say, well, Richard, why did you say you had driver height adjustment and it had air conditioning? Like, don't most cars have that? Well, when you get into this price point, I'm going to hold off on telling you the price point until we get to the very end of this review. But when you get into this price point, you're definitely something that you're looking for. Again, that 7-inch display, there's no sunroof, nothing like that. You do have the 6-speed manual transmission, which is fun. You've got the parking brake right there. You've got no heated seats, anything like that. You essentially have manual controls for your AC system in terms that you can actually feel and hear the flaps and such closing for the system in terms of the recirculation or pulling in fresh air from the outside, your defrosting, changing which openings are for which, that sort of thing. You've got a cup holder right here, traction control, automatic window. As we do open this door right here, I'm going to let Walt show you the inside of this, and then we're going to really kind of dive into the nitty-gritty. Actually, I'm going to go on the other side. This is what's the 60/40 quote-unquote magic seat. And that magic seat comes from Honda. So this seat can actually recline completely down into here, which is really, really nice feature. If you want to pull this seat up, you can pull this up, and you can actually fit tall cargo. It's a really cavernous opening here. Well, I'll actually put this down like that. It's a really, really nice, tall, cavernous opening that you can fit plants, whatever else you need to in here. It's a really, really great feature, in my opinion. Put that down and let it lock. And of course, you can do this. Oh, Walt was sitting in here, 6'4". We'll make sure we note that. I will pull this forward just a little bit so you can see that fold. And one thing I want to note, while you do have the seat belt here, something to note, this is completely flat all the way across, and this 60% side will do the exact same thing. So really extremely versatile. I'm actually going to leave this down as we go to the back, but just something to note, you can see quite a bit of storage there, and I don't have exact figures for you, although I should. I can just tell you can fit a lot of cargo in this vehicle. So again, as we come out, Walt pulls the camera out, you get a view. I do like some of the stitching and stuff, red stitching. That's nice. I think it's a kind of nice added feature on this vehicle. As we come around to the back hatch, going to open it up, and really, again, just expansive cargo storage space. You could get a privacy screen if you wanted to, but again, you can fold it flat, and you could get so much in here. It's incredible. I encourage you to go to Honda's website and really see all the stuff that they're able to do. They put hockey gear in here. They literally put a plant in there just because that cavern is so big back there. So if you're going to Home Depot, whatever it might be, definitely you can still use this car, go to Costco, whatever that might look like. Underneath the hood, you got a 1.5 liter inline 4-cylinder, in this case 29 and 36, which is an average of 31. Believe it or not, we've actually been able to get an average of 40 miles per gallon with this vehicle. I don't know if that's just because we're driving super slow or super conservative, whatever it is. I can just tell you it's fantastic. Again, this is pretty much it. Again, this is the sport trim level for this line. I do like the little kind of extra trims that they've added on here. It's a fun little car. In terms of price point, This vehicle, with nothing added except for a destination, which they obviously have to put, $18,390. So a car for under $19,000. And honestly, I will say this, it's a fantastic buy and a fantastic value. The manual is fun, it's forgiving, you don't need to be an expert manual driver to operate it. And some people may like this more than the optional CVT transmission, and your pocketbook's gonna like you a little bit more as well. It's fun and sporty. It's kind of interesting, when you're doing your air conditioning and stuff, you can feel the openings and closings of it. But again, that's part of the value that you get. Now you can step up in the fit and you can get a bunch of safety features on it, adaptive cruise control, the camera, the sight camera that Honda's become famous for your blind spot monitoring, that sort of stuff. But if you're just looking for a basic no-frills vehicle, this is definitely a vehicle that I would consider. Maybe for your first car, maybe for a teenager as a first car. I mean, believe it or not, the warranty on this vehicle, I want to make sure I get this right, and I'm not going to be able to find it on here. I believe it's either 5 for 60 or something in the 100,000 mile range. I apologize, I don't have it on here. They have not included it. But the warranty is going to be fantastic. Some of you are going to say, well, I could go ahead and get a used car for, 6 to 10,000. Well, you could, or you can step up a little bit, take on those payments, which is going to be relatively low, and get a great value in a new car. So not saying to necessarily do that, just an option. Our opinion, as you can tell, is fantastic. The versatility. Oh, one last thing I will say. While it's a 6'4", I will say whatever they've done with the hood, there's not a whole lot of extra frills on this vehicle. Walt can fit in this vehicle easily and drive it. Just throwing it out there. And there's a lot of other compact cars that you cannot do that for. This vehicle you can. So with that being said, head to your local Honda dealer, get in it, test drive it, see how it works today. Does fit a child system very, very easily. Everything else works fantastic. In our opinion, it's a fantastic car and actually one of our favorite cars in terms of the money in this segment. So if you want to learn more about this vehicle, head to your local Honda dealer, and when you do that, let them know that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you.